The longest-running franchise in pro paintball is having a tough year, at least by their own high standards. Despite the Los Angeles Ironmen's talented, rebooted, and experienced roster, the best result for them in 2013 is 4th place. They are still the same team who came into the season as one of the favorites to win the championship, though they just cut longtime baller Justin Swartz, but haven't been able to find a groove and get the whole team playing on the same page. Alex Goldman is starting to look like his old self, and Marcelo Margot has retaken the #1 spot in the overall player ranking with his consistent performance across the board. Danny Park looks solid as the main attacker on the Snake side of the field, and they still have Alex Rodriguez as their highest-ranked support player. If they start performing up to their level of talent, they could start getting past the semifinals and contending for wins. Dynasty has looked almost unbeatable during one of their best years ever. It's a full-field attack for the boys from San Diego this season, and they are looking better than they have since they dominated the paintball world years ago. There are absolutely no holes in their roster, and they have it in every position. Ryan Greenspan is playing his typical stellar paintball, and Oliver Lang has been a terror as well. Their coach, Rusty Glaze, has had no trouble getting reps for everyone on the roster. They've got longtime standout Brandon Short back from the broken hand he had during the beginning of the season, and the rotation of Kyle Spica and Captain Alex Frazier on the Snake side has paid dividends, and their D side is just as strong, with Dalton Vanderbilt leading the charge. Though they lost to Houston Heat and Chicago, they are still the team to beat with 2 wins on the season so far.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Mike McCormick in the Ironman pit. They're getting ready to battle Dynasty. Now, you guys won against 187 earlier, but they did give a fight. Dynasty is one of the best teams this season. What are you guys expecting from them, and how are you going to counteract it?
I mean, they play always how they play. Like, we know how they play. 187 is a totally different team. I mean, Dynasty is one of the best teams. We know how they play. We just got to play our game and focus, and I think we can beat them.
What strategy is Mike Hinman giving you guys?
The one that wins.
I mean, you got to give us a little bit. Can we expect to see you down the middle? Are you going to go stronger on the Dorito side?
I mean, it depends if he wants to play the pocket or play wide. I mean, it just varies off how they play and how we want to go about countering it.
All right, I guess he's going to make us wait to see what they're going to do. Next up, Ironman versus Dynasty. We'll see who wins.
Well, we just heard from the very eloquent Mike McCormick. Yeah. Well, hey, he's playing good. You know, he's one of those up-and-coming guys. Played under Mike Hinman for a while, and you know, he's getting some spins and he earned it. So let's hope for the Ironman that he keeps playing well, and a lot of the rookies keep playing well. They need more. They need Brandon Cornell to keep getting it done over here. Give them all those options on the Snake side of the field. Yep. Starting to develop a lot of those. Obviously, that one of the best Snake players in history, Alex Goldman, over here. So he's been in there and getting it done a little bit. And then also they have Danny Park too. He's also a good option for him over here. Lots of options for them on the Snake side. And then Marcelo, whoa, wow. Marcelo had a great game in that first match. Lots of confirmed kills. Let's check out the schedule here for the rest of the day. So this is the last game of the morning's competition. San Diego Dynasty taking on the LA Ironmen, SoCal Battle. And then next up, starting the afternoon's bracket, Edmonton Impact taking on Chicago Aftershock, Tampa Bay Damage, and San Antonio X Factor after that. And then Infamous will take the field against Chicago Aftershock in that Midwest battle. You know, most of the players, even though it's an LA team, most of the players from Infamous are either from the East or the central part of the nation. And then Impact takes on San Antonio X Factor, and to close out the day, Damage and Infamous.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that Damage Infamous game, actually. I mean, I know you guys got a starter game, so to speak. So I guess if it is such a thing, you know.
There isn't anymore.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Especially in our league, in the Champions League, there is no starter game. Everyone's out here for a reason. They fought their way to get into this division. And if you don't take every team like you're playing for first place, then, you know, you're going to get smacked around.
Hey, you don't sleep on Shock because they got Carl back. I mean, they have a lot of talent on the team. They've been working really hard. And they played pretty well at the last event. And this field is their style field, so don't go to sleep on Chicago Aftershock.
Definitely not.
I mean, also, I wouldn't want to play you guys right now because you guys should be really hungry. It's definitely, I mean, you guys want to be in the fight to win this tournament, not fighting to stay in the Champions Division anymore. You know, but that's up to you guys. You know, with your lineup, there's no reason you guys shouldn't be playing on Sunday, top 4 teams.
You know, we've been going to.
Yeah, no, good. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Yeah, no, I was saying, you know, we've had a rough outing, and every event we start out slow and then we finish strong. But we're finishing strong, fighting for our lives, staying in the champions bracket.
Yeah.
And stomping people out.
Stomp people out, but still, you don't want to be there.
It's late.
And it shows you that you can see it when you guys are stomping people out on Sunday morning. You seem angry. You guys
Backs
need to,
against the wall.
I don't know if you guys need to start punching each other in the face before the first game.
We're starting
Good,
that.
you need to, because you guys come out flat every event, and there's no reason for that. And then all of a sudden, boom, and then there's Infamous all of a sudden. If you guys come out firing right away, you will be one of the favorites to win this event. So we're going to see Infamous in a little bit. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly. She has a Challengers League update for us.
We are waiting for Dynasty and Ironmen to battle it out here on the Champions field, but I wanted to bring an update from the Challengers field. Right now, Top Gun and Storm are on that field, and they're battling out for the win. Top Gun was up 3 points, and Storm came back. Now they're tied 3 for 3. If Storm can bring home this win, they go undefeated for the first day here at World Cup. I will keep you guys updated on that final score.
Thanks, Lauren. Yeah, it's a battle over there too, man. I mean, the Challengers division is no joke. And I mean, we've seen some teams. 187's gone back and forth all year down there. Vicious is now down there, and they had a really good first game against Thunder. But still, it's tough. I mean, those are, we're watching the 10 best pro teams out here, but the guys that are right on everyone's tails are right next to this field. And they're battling because the 2 best teams out of there will bump up and be champions teams again here to start out the season 2014. But that's why it's interesting to watch, because you never know what's going to happen, man. I mean, every event, somebody's going down and somebody's coming up. So we've got just about 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go before the start of this next one. So, Nikki, the afternoon bracket, 2 or 3 of the favorites, essentially. You got Impact Damage and Infamous in there. And also, hey, you can't sleep on X Factor. X Factor took 3rd place at this event last year. So they're, we know that they can play their game at World Cup, and talk about a team that, that team really, they've been working really hard, man. They want it.
They've been putting in the time. They have, an awesome owner in Alex Martinez. They have very talented players with Archie Montemayor, Grayson Goff, Scott Kemp, Dixon Yang. I mean, people are stepping up. They are, they're a roller coaster ride, though. So
yeah,
you always got to take them. Like I said, no team lightly. You got to treat them as if it's first and second, right then and there.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Every time that we step out on this field, especially when it's World Cup, everyone is that much more focused. They've been training harder. They've been on this field nonstop for a week straight. And, this is the last event. This is, like Billy Sharansky says, our Super Bowl.
Yep. You win World Cup, man, it doesn't matter what you did the rest of the year. No one's really going to remember that much, but they will remember that you are the world champions, because then all year long, that's your crown to hang there. And also, it's one of those things that, once you get that World Cup championship feather in your cap, no one can ever take that away from you.
And you're part of an elite group now.
I mean, just to win a paintball tournament alone is tough, but to win this event, this is the hardest event to win on Earth. So, yeah, you're right. Once you get that victory, it's huge, man. It's huge, and everybody wants it. Yeah, I do. I know you got one.
You got some?
Nope, I got second about 500 times.
Yeah. It's all right. You got enough wins, Chris. You got enough wins to spread it around, baby.
I think 10 seconds makes it right. Dang, it was so close.
So
but you know what?
close.
If I'm going to lose, I lose to guys like you, and it's much appreciated, of course.
Hey, like I said, man, you won enough to last forever, so it's okay.
I appreciate that too. Thanks.
All right, so here we go. San Diego Dynasty and LA Ironmen, man, just about a minute and we're actually about 39 seconds away from this first point. This game brought to you by Extreme Pros, and huge supporter of paintball out in the Los Angeles area. And, if it wasn't for guys like the people who run, like Steve Ree, who runs Extreme Pros, and all the other sponsors, they got a great store in Orange County. Definitely go and check them out, man. If you're anywhere in the LA area, just get to the store in Orange County, man. They got great deals, awesome staff, and help us support the sport by supporting our advertisers.
I'm excited for this start right now. About 5 seconds. Looks like Dynasty and Ironman both matched up. 3 on the snake side, going heavy. Dynasty switches right at the start. Oliver's going the other way, up the gut. Pulls up. Danny Park makes it into the snake. Alex Goldman fills in right behind him. And I believe that is Marcelo Margot getting shot off the Dorito side.
You
So
know,
it's a 5-on-4 situation.
you got Danny Park right now trying to get down the snake side a little bit. Pushing outside is San Diego Dynasty. That's Glenn Takamoto. Danny Park on your screen.
So let's see if Dynasty implements the same strategy that they had before. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't think they're going to come out the gate conservative. I think that, Dynasty's going to play and try to take those spots. And look at this. Here we go. Talk about not conservative at all. Big moves by Dynasty on the Dorito side.
Yeah, that's Glenn Takamoto filling into that 50 Dorito, and he's backed up by Oliver Lang and also Blake Yarber. So on the snake side for Dynasty, what you're looking at is Kyle Spica and Brandon Short. And now you're back to Danny Park, who just got backed up by Alex Goldman in Snake 1. And you still have Eric Humphreys and Mike Paxton in the cans, locking down the Dorito side so that Glenn Takamoto doesn't have free reign of wrapping around that. But
well, Dynasty has the field position on the Dorito side, but on the Snake side, the Ironmen have field position as they have Danny Park and Alex Goldman here in the Snake. Oh, and it looks like nice crossfield shot by Alex Goldman, calling a shot,
on
pointing out at Oliver Lang. So Oliver Lang getting shot out of his bunker by Alex Goldman.
Well, now it's just a seesaw battle. You know, it's like you said, Dynasty has Doritos, Ironman has Snake, but now they just lose Kyle Spica and Brandon Short on the Snake side, so it's completely to Danny Park and Alex Goldman.
This point is Ironman's point to win right here because they have 2 players in the Snake. And look at the community. Alex Goldman was talking about communication before, and great communication crossfield by Alex Goldman. Oh, but Mike Paxton steps out. He gets shot, I think, by Blake Yarber.
Danny Park.
But look at this, Alex Goldman getting a 3-pack. Kyle Spica, Brandon Short, and Oliver Lang, and he called every one of them. And that's another one he got on.
He got
right
4
there.
pieces. He's going for a 5th.
He's going to go for a 5-piece.
First 5-piece of the day, I think, just got scored by Alex Goldman.
I think he did, actually.
Stunting on the fantasy points right there.
He's like, I got a gun on the line. Give me some.
Man, hey,
that's
you know,
quality move.
You want to know who came to play the World Cup? Alex Goldman came to play the World Cup.
Look at that 5-pack. This is the first 5-pack we've seen since Fedorov, I think.
I think you're right. I think the last time we saw a 5-pack was Fedorov during Chicago. I don't think we saw any at the West Coast Open.
79,000 people.
Fedorov had his performance at Chicago was one of the best performances I've seen out of anybody in recent memory. Now, but talking about somebody that needs to step up this event, Fedorov needs to step up this event. Talk about somebody who's where he needs to be. Alex Goldman is right where he needs to be right now. Amazing performance by Alex Goldman. He has 7 confirmed kills on the event. He didn't get a lot of kills in that first game, but he was still a factor and was one of the 2 that pulled off that super crucial 2-on-4 against 187. So man, hats off to Alex Goldman. He's just out there looking phenomenal. We'll be right back after this.
The 2013 season of the CXBL has officially come to a close. Thanks to all the players and sponsors for once again making the CXBL one of North America's greatest leagues. Stay tuned to buypbl.com on Facebook. The 2014 season is just around the corner.
So welcome back here to the Fantasy of Flight, Polk City, Florida, a little outside of Orlando. Matty Marshall alongside Nikki Cuba and, of course, Chris Lasoya. Los Angeles Ironmen going up 1-0 against San Diego Dynasty on an amazing performance in that first point by Alex Mouse Goldman. 5 confirmed kills. He shot everybody on Dynasty.
And Dynasty's getting called out. Yosh Rao.
He's been getting, you know what, that bunker seems to be kind of a small bunker living because Yosh Rao does not get shut out a lot in the break by any means. And there's a lot of players, good players.
Yeah.
Like,
Did he get shot off the break or out of his bunker?
Well, out of the bunker, right off the break, or real close thereafter.
What it is from playing that bunker, I play that spot. It's that initial burst out when you're jousting with your mirror bunker down on the field. You're trying to gain control of that outside. And, you know, it's just that.
Well, you know what I'm seeing happen to Yosh occasionally is that, you know, Yosh is one of the most, you want to talk about consistent? He's amazingly consistent. He's one of the best gunfighters in the game. No joke. That's no exaggeration. I mean, watch some of his performances and you'll see why. But because he's so good, I'm finding that a lot of times teams are trying to actually focus on shooting Yosh off the break sometimes, if it's possible and they know what bunker Yosh is playing. Because if you shoot Yosh off the break, it takes so much pressure off your front players, and it really becomes a huge thing for you to have Yosh's gun off the field so that your guys can get out there and not have to worry about him blocking lanes down.
Ironmen just drop a player, Mike McCormick, out of the middle, and Ryan Greenspan for Dynasty off Dorito side, only leaving Dalton Vanderbilt on the D side. Alex Frazee jumping into Snake 1, spreading the field, looking cross field.
And Tyler Harmon backing Alex Frazee up down the wire. You can see on your screen right there. That's a good combination to have on this side.
Yeah, and that was Dalton that got that shot on Mike McCormick. So 4 players left alive for the Ironmen, 3 for Dynasty, 15:55 to go. 1 point for the Ironmen, 0 for San Diego Dynasty.
Yeah, right now you're looking at Brandon Cornell and Alex Goldman trying to work out how to get into the Snake and spread the field. Alex Frazee has that opportunity to come around. He slides right into Snake 2. He's one of the best Snake players ever to play the game.
And he's still, amazing.
Yeah, Frazee was amazing in that first game. He was playing some really, he was playing that crafty paintball that he plays.
Well, he found the fountain of youth. He's staying young, you know. He's still got his speed. Alex Goldman making a big move in the Snake 2 to match him. I don't think he knows it yet. I think he just got it.
That was a good move by Alex Goldman. That was a long run, but, for him, with the strides he has, it wasn't that long of a run.
Yeah, Mouse wants to race Carl to see who, because there's, Dan Holiday, apparently fastest guy in damage.
I don't know, man.
He's taking the claim. I don't
know, Carl Markowski, man.
That's
Hot
what
Carl.
That's what I'm
sorry.
saying.
I put money on that.
I got my money on Carl from Aftershock too. Oh,
Tyler
Alex
Harmon
Goldman getting shot out of that 50-yard line. Snake right there trying to move up.
Dalton Vanderbilt made a great move, going down the Dorito side, going out a little bit wider, and catching, I believe that was Marcelo Margot.
And right now, a heads-up play in the Snake. Number 7, Alex Goldman.
Or Alex Frazee.
I'm sorry, Alex Frazee.
It was the battle of the Alexes, and Frazee prevailed. So Alex Frazee and Dalton Vanderbilt left alive against Brandon Cornell and Alex Rodriguez. So let's see if the rookies can take down 2 veterans here in Alex Frazee and Dalton Vanderbilt.
It's funny that we call Dalton Vanderbilt a veteran.
Well, he's been around long enough now.
He has been around. It's for me. It's like, man. It's like if he's a veteran, man, I must be a fossil.
Dinosaur, fossil.
Yeah,
whatever.
It's all relevant.
It's
6 all relevant.
One, half dozen of the other. Whatever.
But Dalton Vanderbilt. I like this kid Brandon Cornell so far.
I do too.
But like I said, it's to be determined. Long tournament. Let's see what kind of stamina he has.
We got to see what he can do in this kind of situation.
Well,
it's a 2-on-2. It is right now 1-0, and his team has the lead. Does he do something stupid, or does he play it smart and listen to his coaches? Does he try and gun battle Alex Frazee right now? No, he's doing a good job right now.
Nikki, Chris, like we well know, this is how you make a name for yourself. What I like about Brandon Cornell, he's got good. Looks like he's got some good skills out there. I like his style. But I like how calm and composed he is, and he seems to really try to put in front of him what's going on. He's not very reactive, trying to be more proactive, which is what you want out of a front Snake player, especially somebody as young as he is. He's still a teenager. And so that's good to see. But, this is where you cut your teeth right here, man. You're going against guys like, if you can come up and step up and shoot Dalton and Alex, well, that's how you start to become a hero and a go-to guy for your team.
Yeah, and being that go-to guy, the guy that can pull stuff out and is smart about it. Right now, nice, slow, controlled play by Dynasty. Like you said, Dalton and Alex just waiting it out.
Yeah, so this is tense moments here. 1 point separates these 2 teams, and very closely, evenly matched. Ironman up by 1. Another really long point here.
And Brandon Cornell making a name for himself, but Alex Frazee bunkers him. And what's the call?
Now it's going to be a simul, so it looks like they simultaneously took each other out. But as soon as heads-up play by Alex, man, he knew that if you're in a 2-on-1 and you're stuck in your knees down in the Snake, face down in the Snake, that's a terrible position to try to pull a 2-on-1 off. So what he did was, as soon as he looked across and saw that Dalton had got shot out of his bunker, well, he got up and tried to run him down and seized that one opportunity that he had. It just didn't work out because he simultaneously traded out with them.
And Brandon Cornell getting 2 kills right at the end, crucial time. Alex Rodriguez staying alive in that corner and hanging the flag for them.
All right, well, let's check in with Lauren Kelly on sideline. She has the coach of Dynasty, Rusty Glaze.
Hey guys, I'm down in Dynasty's pit with Yosh Rao. You guys are down 2 points against Ironmen right now. That was a really long point. It was a 2-on-2 and then a 1-on-1. What's running through your mind while you're standing on the sidelines?
I think this field is going to play really slow, and I think this match is showing that right now. So we just have to play in control and get a couple points back on the board and be smart and slow.
So far today, it's been an aggressive field and it's played pretty fast. What do you need to do, though, in those slower points to make sure you're dictating the game and the outcome?
The big thing about playing a slow game is having good communication. It's something that we constantly work on throughout the tournament, and we'll get better at it, and the game will slow down, and hopefully we'll start putting some points on the board.
All right, we'll see if they can get those points on the board. We'll be back. Ironman is up 2 points right now.
So here we go. Ironman up 2-0 against San Diego Dynasty, 12 minutes and 7 seconds. And you heard Yost talk about that slower game that they're playing. They really feel they're going to try to outweight teams. But I'll tell you what, they're still making the moves when they see them, but they're just trying to frustrate teams by just being in those situations and trying to gun up on those lanes and work them out. But I'll tell you what, it's not working right now. And that's the thing. It's like when they played the game earlier on, when Dynasty played Moscow Red Legion, they were able to go up a couple points real quick and then institute that slower play.
Exactly.
I don't know if you're going to be able to do that out the gate. You can't do that. You got to go up points first and then do it. That works because the other team's forced to come at you. In this layout, if you get in the good positions and your guys are good at doing those jobs and holding those lanes down, that will work. But as we're seeing right now, you can't have guys dying out of your bunkers and have that game plan. They're going to have to switch that up if it doesn't work for them.
No, you said it perfect. The way that Dynasty got up in their previous game was coming down the field, gaining real estate, shooting people, getting that lead, and then they went into the slower play. Now they're starting out slower play, which isn't their style. You got to get Oliver up in the middle, get Brandon into the snake, use Dalton in those Doritos, or Blake Yarber, or Glenn. But they got to get down the field. It looked like they were just content with stacking up 2 in the cans and play that slow play.
Yeah. And it's with the way that those with the weapons that they have, I agree that you want to play smart, methodical. But I would be real tentative to use the word slow, because if you start using that word, that might give the guys the wrong impression. Because if you see those open lanes, guys like Spica and Frazee and Dalton, you kidding me? Like Oliver, come on now. It's like if those guys see moves, especially with the way that this field's layout, let them get up in the center. Let them get into notch 2 of the snake. Now, and again, it worked in the first game because they were able to get up those points. But they have to create those opportunities to play that slow game. I don't know if that's it's not working.
Well, do you think this is the coaching strategy from Rusty Glaze? This is what he wanted to see, how he could match up against Ironman?
Yeah, that's possible. But Rusty just wants his guys to play smart paintball, And if that means that you see a lane, take it. But I don't know if that means bring your entrenching tool out and dig a hole. So it's going to depend also on the break. Like right now, for instance, they're losing Kyle Spick off the break. And now they're down a body, so they got to be careful. Now they got to lock those lanes up, not let the Ironman, and they need to get out. Try to even it up here. So the Ironman, 5 bodies alive. Marcelo Margot, Alex Rodriguez, Mike Paxson, Eric Humphreys, and Alex Goldman.
Goldman makes a move in the snake 1. Paxson follows behind him for support, trying to overpower Oliver Lang right now, who you see is battling out with Brandon Short in the same bunker.
See, that's the issue, though. If you let Alex Goldman get into the snake and let him get comfortable and get in the zone, and then you're stuck in these stand-ups here fighting for your life, living by your gun, that's not a good strategy.
It turns into the smallest bunker ever out there. It looks big, but once guys get out wide and they spread the field to the Doritos and the snake, that bunker becomes so small and real scary.
Like right now, Oliver has literally dumped 3 or 4 pods
just living behind it.
non-stop shooting his gun, and he's great. He's holding that lane. It's great. He's keeping out. He's putting a lot of pressure on Mouse and not letting Mouse play paintball. But somebody's got to do something with that. Because Oliver only has limited amount of paint here. He can't just keep blowing through his load here non-stop. and because eventually he's going to get down to one pod. Now he's not going to be able to do that. Alex is going to be a better spot, and he's going to have the whole snake. They don't have anybody in the snake right now because they lost Spica early, but no counter punch has been happening. Here comes the counter punch. Now they're moving up on the Dorito side. Good aggressive move.
Blake Yarber getting into Dorito 3, you know, trying to relieve some pressure away from Oliver so he can play some paintball.
Yeah, and you know, when you let Oliver kind of play paintball and kind of do his own thing and do it at his own pace, he can be very, very devastating.
Oh, yeah. He's dangerous when he's out there and he gets in the zone and you lay off him for 1 second. You know, he can make a move happen that turns the whole game around.
Well, he's doing a good job right now. Again, we talk about pressure. What that means is you want to be, shooting your gun, putting that pressure on people, keep them from playing paintball. Mouse has not really been able to play much paintball right now, but it looks like...
Yeah, Marcelo Margot just got a sneak shot on Brandon Short's pack as he went down the field into Dorito 2. So now you're looking at a 5-on-3 situation in favor of Ironmen, and they have a 2-0 lead right now. They don't need to come.
Yeah,
you want to get the points for the point margin.
Well, absolutely. They got a 2-0 lead, but now they need to throw a little Dynasty ball in there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now they're in this. Ironmen are in the same position that Dynasty was against Moscow Red Legion in their first game. They're up 2-0. They have a better body count. So the Dynasty is put in a situation where now they got to do something. I don't see Goldman slow playing this though, because when you're feeling it, you're feeling it.
Yeah, I don't think it's in his nature, so to speak, to play that slow when he has this opening.
But Oliver has been literally nonstop shooting towards this side, doing what he can to try to slow the roll of Alex Goldman. But still, Alex is at the 50-yard line at Snake 3 right now.
What's awesome that Mike Paxton just filled in the Snake 1, and he might be able to get a sneak shot onto Oliver shooting at Alex in Snake 3. Alex just needs to tie up Oliver's gun and let Paxton come up and get a free shot on that loader.
You know, Mike Paxton actually did this earlier, too, in the day, and actually made a mistake by bypassing Alex Goldman.
Yep.
Alex Goldman got shot, and then Mike Paxton got bunkered out, too, costing him the point. So let's see if he probably won't make that same mistake.
Oh, and they let Oliver fill out.
Huge fill out for him. Does he make it? Oliver just scurrying out to the back corner bunker, Snake side. Awesome move by Oliver to spread the field. That's going to really help out Blake over there.
Oh.
So Blake now, a little bit less pressure is going to be on him because they have now, for sure, Mouse has to worry about Oliver in this corner bunker over here.
Blake sliding into the 50 Dorito, putting more pressure on that side. You know, that gives Marcelo more of an opportunity to come get him, though. But he's being watched over right now by Glenn Takamoto. It's a good guy to have behind you.
Yeah. Looking at the D side cam, there's Blake Yarber for San Diego Dynasty, 50-yard line Dorito.
See Marcelo Margot posted up on him.
Yeah, look at that battle right here. Marcelo just gunned up down that sideline.
Yep.
Not going to let Blake look out that way. Blake looking inside.
You see how he just picked up his leg a little bit, got off both knees, so that if he sees that opportunity, that window of Glenn not shooting, he's going to go run this guy down.
Yeah, Blake looking for the move. So tense moments right here because the Ironmen, they have the advantage. Dynasty is forced in the same position that they put Moscow Red Legion in their first game. They're down points, 2-0 in favor of Los Angeles Ironmen. Only 3 Dynasty players left alive. So the situation is that Dynasty, gigantic, huge mental mistake by Eric Humphreys getting shot out of his bunker, and now it's a 4-on-3, which puts Dynasty in a much better position to try to put a point on the board. Now Blake Yarber's going to make his move on Marcelo.
Look at this move.
Wow, Blake Yarber cuts down the inside.
Oh, Glenn Takamoto going down now.
And Alex Rodriguez, and wow, so what an amazing job by Blake Yarber and Glenn Takamoto, because
still alive.
But Alex Goldman gets shot out as well. So
it's a 1-on-1. Oh, Glenn got shot.
Oh,
no, and that's a major penalty on Glenn Takamoto right
So that should pull Oliver Lang out of this snake.
Yeah, so Oliver's going to have to get pulled out of the snake. So in what looked like
Mike Paxton.
So in what looked like an amazing move on the Dorito side, well, it was a great move by Blake. Blake had a great move over there, try to break the game open. Glenn following him up on the stunt. He tried to come right behind, looked like he caught one. It's tough to see from all the way on the other Dorito side of the field from here exactly what happened to Glenn Takamoto, but he did draw a major penalty, and so that is going to make...
I believe it was that Alex Rodriguez came around and wasn't where Glenn was shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just traded, and Glenn thought he was clean.
So he continued to play.
Continued to play.
Well, we will break that down in just a second as the referees converse over it. Mike Paxton in there. for the Los Angeles Ironmen. It looks like the Ironmen might be going up here 3-0 with 6 minutes and 24 seconds to play. We'll be right back.
A&S Gear is having their World Cup Super Sale. We've got A&S pods for half off. A&S gas tanks starting as low as $99.95. We've got swabs so cheap that you can throw them away. You can get Nelson paint arriving at your door, $31.95. Jerseys, we've got them starting at $4.95. And pants, starting at $29.95. Shop now at ansgear.com and don't miss out on the biggest paintball sale ever.
So here we go. Los Angeles Ironmen still have yet to see that third point be put on the board here. So we'll let you guys know when we know. They're still discussing. It looks like a referee timeout, trying to talk about what just happened there. And that looked like that Glenn Takamoto major penalty, but it still has yet to be decided. They're out there trying to figure it out right now. But yeah, awesome job though. Hey, look, if Glenn got the penalty, Glenn got the penalty. Looks like Ironmen have called a timeout. But the thing is that look, that was if you want to win tournaments, we keep saying it all day today because we keep seeing it happen, is you can't lose high body situations. If you're the Ironman and you are, you earned those couple kills on Dynasty and you're sitting there playing, that's trying to slow play that game, but that's what Dynasty said. So it's interesting that even though they were forced to play the slow play because the Ironmen were slow playing, even though they had the bodies. And they're just waiting it out, because it's not like it's a ton of points separating them, and there still was time left. But now there's 6 minutes and 24 seconds left to go. Looks like the score has been put up.
Well, there was a bunch of mental mistakes. One was Eric Humphreys in the can. All he's got to do is watch Oliver in the corner, not let him go and run the snake eye down. Instead, he wanted to fight Blake Yarber and then got gogged.
Yeah, a huge turn of events right there for this game, this point. As of right now, there's been no point put on the board, so we'll sit back and see what happens here. The point theoretically should go to the Ironmen, but I guess we'll have to wait for the ruling on the field.
Yeah, that's why there's 10 referees down there.
Well, the teams are lining up like they're getting the point. They're switching ends. And the penalty's still up there, so that's being assessed.
So still sitting here waiting for...
Well, it looks like Marcelo, who's gotten... I don't think Marcelo's had a penalty all year, is getting a penalty right now. Not exactly sure for what, but Marcelo will be in the box, and it looks like that. It doesn't sound on the board yet, but...
It was probably when Yarber ran him down, bunkered him. He probably spun.
Okay, so we'll find out here. As soon as we know, we'll let you guys know, but... hey, it's typical, man. It's the World Cup. Guys are fighting for their lives out there. So, and then this is a really close match, but still, this does not negate an issue. And the issue is the Ironmen were up a ton of bodies, and they let Dynasty come back. And great job by Blake, man. Blake Yarber, rookie for Dynasty, able to make a really dynamic move down bodies, and then also Mouse got shot out of his spot, and he was having a good game up until this point. It happens, but still. The Ironmen can't lose those points if they want to win tournaments and beat teams like Dynasty. So it looks like there's a no point and a penalty on Marcelo and still a penalty on Glenn. So Glenn Takamoto is going to be in the box. Marcelo is going to be in the box. You see them up their stats right there. And so interesting what's going on right here. 4-on-4. It's going to be 4 bodies on 4.
That just hurt some fantasy teams right there.
For sure. If you got Marcelo right now, you're like, oh, God, he doesn't get penalties all year long. And then when I pick him for fantasy, penalty.
And Glenn, I mean, a lot of people have definitely chose Glenn.
For sure. Glenn's a good pick. He's pretty good value for the money. So here we go. So 4-on-4, and it looks like the Dynasty goes heavy to the Dorito side. They only send Spigot to the Snake side, but he gets shot out. So there's no one on the Snake side right now for San Diego Dynasty. No, sorry, that was Alex Frazee. So Alex Frazee walks off early.
Alex Goldman slips into Snake 1, now right to Snake 3 for the Ironmen.
Yosh came over from one stand to the other, so now Yosh's gun Now Yosha's gunned up on Alex. Alex is in really good field position. Still 4 players left alive for the Ironmen.
Alex is tying up 2 guns. Ryan Greenspan's crossfield, Yosha's. That really leaves the middle open for the Ironmen to come through it. You know, no one's looking across from the snake side, so Paxton really has the opportunity to come up to that A and lock down the snake side and work his way in.
Well, let's see if the Ironmen can take advantage of another one of these situations where they have more bodies than Dynasty. Dynasty, 3 players left alive for them. Dalton Vanderbilt, he's on the snake side. They got Yosh Rao, good move for him. Yosh to one stand up in the center to the other one. Now he's the only player on the snake side. And he's trying to get shots on Alex Goldman. He's just rolling his gun nonstop. Same thing that Oliver was doing that last point. And also, the always versatile and clutch guy Ryan Greenspan still alive for San Diego Dynasty. And we haven't seen much out of Ryan Greenspan here at this event. 0 confirmed kills for Ryan so far in this match. 5 minutes to go. In the longest points that we've seen so far have been coming from when we see Dynasty take the field here in these very technical matchups here.
Yeah, I bet in Dynasty's game plan, I know Rusty Glaze, he was probably like, hey, let's go out. One guy snake side, and he looks cross. Everyone else, they had all the lanes locked up so they could just burn this clock down, get Glenn back out of the box.
Well, those penalty times are definitely ticking off as minute and 30 on, or minute, I'm sorry,
12 seconds.
12 seconds on one and 10 on the other.
Oh, they're simultaneously coming out.
So who's going to get their guy out alive? That's going to be the deciding factor probably here.
I'm sure.
Here they go. Let's check out the split screen on the penalties.
Marcelo,
They both take the same route?
Yeah, they go to the same bunker. That's the safe way. Hey, and it worked. Both guys out alive. So Glenn makes it out alive, and Marcelo makes it out alive. Yosh, huge fill out to the back corner bunker on the snake side. Did he make it clean? Oh, Yosh is just stepping up right here for San Diego Dynasty, able to spread the field all the way from the Dorito side where he was. And then here goes Mike Paxton. Good job by him. Mike Paxton also mirroring Yosh's move by getting out to the stand-up bunker on the back snake side of the field.
Yeah, you want to do that so that you can help out your snake player, you know, be able to get down into your opponent's snake. So right now, Mike should be on the wire, controlling Yosh and getting Alex into their side so he gains more real estate, better angles on Dynasty.
Here's the issue, though, with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. If you're Dynasty, at what point with your 4 guys do you start pushing into the 5 of the Ironman? Because they got to score 2 points here to tie this up.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing, Matty. I mean, Ironmen are chilling right now. They're not. Alex Goldman is the 50 snake. They haven't have to do anything. I mean, in your situation, you know, what do you think you'd do?
Well, this changes things here. Glenn Takamoto just got shot out trying to fill across to get another body on this snake side of the field. So now we have a 3-on-5, and now Dynasty's really against the wall here. They have to push forward with their 3, because if they concede the point, now it's going to be 3-0 with about 3 minutes left. But it's going to be incredibly hard for them, the 3 of them, to push into this, you know, really stocked lineup here for the Ironmen, because the Ironmen are just locked into their spots, just bunkered up.
Yeah, they really don't have to do anything. What has to happen right now is Ryan Greenspan needs to be on the wire, playing heads up and wrapping in and trying to get down the field, or have his buddy Dalton Vanderbilt come underneath him.
So Ryan, here comes Dalton pushing up the Dorito side, moving forward.
And gets shot out. But Yosh makes a move in the snake 1, shoots cross field.
And here comes Yosh. Yosh makes a move, and he gets a shot in. I think he trade. No, did he trade out? No, he didn't get the shot on.
It looked like to me he did, but.
So Alex Goldman is very happy about that turn of events right now, because with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go, the Los Angeles Ironmen, they put that next point on the board. And now it's going to be, man, it's going to be really tough for Dynasty to get back in it. Now they have to push forward aggressively. They have no choice. Look for moves up that center. We'll be right back after this.
PaintballDojo.com. Support your favorite pro teams. Get your name printed on pro team gear. PaintballDojo.com. Lifestyle gear for players. Full color and completely custom options. You can build a custom design straight from our website. Gear available for both men and women. PaintballDojo.com. Lifestyle gear for players.
How many countries I've visited, how many miles you've traveled,
how many paintballs you've shot at different people,
how much baby powder I've used, how many hotels we've trashed,
how many places I've driven,
how many guns I've gone through, how much I love the game.
All the times that you had to tell your family that you couldn't be there for this or that because you were going to play paintball.
How many friends I've gotten out of it.
That's just why I love paintball.
That's why I love paintball.
That's why I love paintball. Well, that's why I love paintball.
fundamental issues with traditional paintball markers is the loader on top of the gun. To eliminate those issues, we integrated the loader directly inside the gun. You're not going to have a hopper being a big target for your opponent to hit, and your field of vision will not be restricted anymore. We've done a ton of field testing with different tournament players, different employees. Nobody wants to give this gun back. It's badass.
Looking at the Ironman on your screen, Ironman dominant here, 3-0. Dynasty yet to put a point on the board. And the big question heading into this event was what was going to happen with the Ironmen. They have had a year where they've underperformed, whereas Dynasty has performed mightily in 2013.
Brandon Short coming in the snake 3, sorry. Oliver Lang making a big move to the 50 tower on the snake side. Mike Paxton coming up, trading out with him.
Oh.
That was
wow, I think Brandon missed him. Brandon looked like, well, Brandon tried to come over the top, put a ball on Mike, but he got put back in real quick. So big move by Mike Paxton. Now Danny Park running the highway on Brandon Short, and they're going to do the pointing dance at each other, try to call a penalty from the referee.
Sorry,
that's what it is, right? Sit there and bounce up and down and point at each other. But it's all for naught because it doesn't look like there's enough Dynasty players here to hang the flag, and I think it's just Alex Rodriguez, and I think Marcelo's still left alive over there somewhere. So Dynasty had great field position, and it looked like everything was going well, and they could score a quick point. And they had a player up in the center. I think that was Oliver. And then they also had Brandon Short, who made an awesome move to the 50-yard line of the Dorito, or of the snake. But then, boom, big Mike Paxton makes the run through, and a couple quick kills in the backfield after that. And right now, Alex Rodriguez is just chilling in the center of the field.
Well, don't you think you want to grab the flag so that at that 1 second you can hang it?
Well, I'll tell you what, yeah. I mean,
and get that point margin?
For sure. I mean, there he goes. He's going to grab it. Yeah, he heard you. So Alex Rodriguez is going to walk that flag in. I'm surprised that Dynasty, well, I don't know. Either way, you could look at either way. If they blow the horn, they can see the point anyway. And
they have to play another point.
They have to play another point, but at least maybe then you get one to increase to help your point spread out.
Yeah.
But it's still, if you score, we'll
see.
A
wash.
Yeah. So as Alex Rodriguez is chilling here, about to hang the flag, we're going to be right back with the conclusion of this match. So we just watched.
Hey guys, I'm down here on.
So it looks like we just watched the Los Angeles Ironmen dismantle San Diego Dynasty. Dynasty getting skunked for the first time in a long time. Haven't seen that in a while. And the Ironmen look legit. You know, the big question heading in was, can the Ironmen, with the roster they have, they lost Stephen Pitts, one of their best players, you know, could they step up and perform here after not having a great season? And it's starting to look pretty good for them. They come out and skunk Dynasty. That's huge. So let's check in with Lauren Kelly. She's down on the sidelines with Mike Heyman, coach of Los Angeles Ironmen.
Hey guys, I am down here with Mike Hinman and Alex Rodriguez. They just won against Dynasty. Congratulations. You've won both matches today, which is awesome. What do you think is happening here at this event that you didn't have at previous events?
The team's really stepped up. Practice, getting ready for this event. The guys have been there from sun up to sundown literally every day. They've taken the bull by the horns. They've taken control of the team at practice and really put in the effort. And, you know, the little mistakes that didn't go our way are now going our way, and we're capitalizing on it.
Well, the hard work is paying off. Congratulations. Alex, what's running through your mind on that field? I mean, you had the lead, but Dynasty has come back from a 3-point deficit before. So what are you guys saying to each other in the pit, and what's going on in your mind on the field?
Little technical issues there with the camera on the sidelines. But, yeah, man, great job on Mike Hinman and the rest. The coach and the Ironmen are just really performing today. Alex Goldman is stepping up. Some of the younger players in that team, even though Marcelo did get a penalty, still looking really, really solid right now. 2 victories for them, and looking like one of the early favorites here. And it's good to see them starting to look back at their back towards top form. We'll see how they do tomorrow, but let's check out here rest of the games, and also the Friday schedule here. If you're at World Cup, check it out here. Dye's got some signings. Tampa Bay Damage, Chattanooga CP, and Los Angeles Ironmen this afternoon. Check it out, 12, 1, and 2, every hour on the hour. And then also, man, HK Army, they got that new product launch, the KLR goggle system. Go to their goggle bar and check it out. And then also they have all their new 2014 stuff. And, you know, there's so many manufacturers here. All the big boys are here. All the little guys are here, too. So much cool stuff out there. You definitely, if you're out here at World Cup, man, get out and check out all the new products. And if you're not here, go to their websites and let them know you're happy they're advertising with the webcast. And, you know, man, there's just, it's cool. There's a lot of new products that came out this particular year, more so than last year. And so many teams, 400 teams at this event. Every event's been up this year. Things are looking really up for paintball. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, if you're not here, too, make sure you keep an eye on all the commercials. I mean, these guys have some really cool commercials, man, that are coming up this weekend. Kind of give you an eye on the prize that they have coming up.
Yeah, lots of new guns coming out, goggle systems,
so
loaders.
many cool
It's crazy.
things, so.
Let's check out the schedule here for the rest of the day. Afternoon competition about to go down here in just a little bit. We're actually going to take a brief break. We're going to a little technical issue here that we got to take care of, but we'll be right back in just a few minutes. And then we're going to head into the afternoon's competition. Edmonton Impact, and it's going to take on Aftershock, Tampa Bay Damage, San Antonio X Factor, Infamous and Shock, Impact, X Factor, Damage, and Infamous. Those are the 5 teams throwing down in the afternoon's division. So thank you guys for tuning in here so far. 2013 PSP World Cup, biggest paintball event on Earth. I'm Matty Marshall with Chris Soya, and we'll be back shortly.